This began with someone sleeping right outside my back of my wall and bumping around all the time. And I would leave a note, letting them know it's one thing to be homeless. And it continued. I would let the office know, and at that time, Megan was there. And what they would do is you would let them know, and they would get right on it. It didn't happen that fast, so I called my cousin Lisa Campos. She's of the Guardian Angels, and her and her crew walked through on Fridays and Saturdays after the stabbing and the shooting that happened right outside our building. I noticed later on when I asked for a copy of my file, this file padding. This is dated 11/12/2018. This is dated 11/13. Exact same name, different signature. Okay. So at 12:25 p.m., I created a disturbance on November 4th. Wording is slightly a little different. See, it's a little different. This one, the wording is a little different, but disturbance at 12:25 a.m. Now, which one is it? They do not care about our safety. See all these dates here? These are the dates that someone was messing with my door. I got locked into my door. On YouTube, there are videos of when the maintenance guy came and put the long screws in. That's why they weren't able to bust in on the 4th. This is Trisha Harlan. She acknowledged that they found the person. After she says, "We appreciate you supplying us with dates and times." I supplied them with dates and times from day one. This began in January 28th, 2019 at 1:22. Top 2. I talked to them. I went in and filled out documentation. I kept requesting a picture. I wanted a photo of the person that was messing with my door. Then I received a letter from Angie Henry. Where's it at? Stating that they do not supply photos, that they have to be subpoenaed, which they do, only to evict. This was given only to evict. My friend had a seizure, and he, after he left my apartment, and apparently he was trying to get out of the building, he broke into the doors, had to prove that what seizures do and the side effects in order to keep my lease. Well, the violations, they continue. I started taking pictures of tubs, recording documentation, and then I have reminded them of the owner's breach of contract. This states that there are no remedies when the owner, which is Home Forward, violates the statutory and fair housing laws, which statutory laws are cleanliness, rodent-free. Fair housing is affordable rent. Well, that part of the affordable rent is there, but clean, no. Also, I had to remind them their laws, the rules that they have initialed, which aren't me and my daughter's initials in the file, they put those in the file later. But they state that your home cannot be used for any business purposes at all. Well, HUD's rules state that as long as the income is not over 50% and it's not creating a disturbance. According to their rules, you can't even babysit. It went on to Trisha Harlan telling me that it's okay for me to post some things on the board because the place continued to get filthy. And I wanted the tenants to know that it's up to them to also to say something. So I did a let's talk. She told me it's okay to post one on all the doors in the building and one on the corkboard. And when I did such, they kept disappearing. I went in there. I took them down. That's recorded on YouTube as well. I took them down. And I said, well, where are the business cards and the pen with my baby's name on it? And they know the story behind my business starting up from me giving them a pen and a card in the past. I don't know. Well, that's when I started looking around and found the trash. That's when I found the garbage. Where's my dog blanket list? And I'll show it later. There's a garbage list. I started I was looking for my baby's business cards. I just did not want them torn up and thrown away by evil, by the hand of evilness. I recorded the phone call with Trisha Harlan, and I asked her because there's a little old guy that was dumped in the trash one Saturday, and he was out there for about 2 hours, and I had to call her. Why is there a little old guy dumping our garbage in this building? That was after I found all the bugs. We were breeding fruit flies on YouTube. There are pictures of the fruit flies. Our apartments were just horrible. This is when I finally let them know. I asked, why are there 17 dirty tubs out there? On YouTube, I interviewed the garbage man, and he said he's having a problem too because he'd have to pull them out in order to pull out the garbage, and he didn't understand why there was like so many recycle bins in his way. And that's when I found out when they run, and I've been keeping track of the garbage by the tub number, how much is in them, the date and the time that I actually do. And this is when I found the little one underneath the bridge. Trisha and Randy said that he was leaving on October 31st. Okay. Trisha and Randy's name was called out during an attack on 10/26/2019. That's recorded on YouTube as well. I was really irritated because this officer here, she interviewed my attacker first. They told me to the department and wait for them to show up. And when they did show up, I looked outside. They were interviewing my attacker. These are my injuries, neck strain, sprain, extremities. I was tossed around like a rag doll while I was trying to snatch my phone out of my hand. Now here we have where they defend. This, I let them know that after he was served a temporary stalking order, he turned around and he would make it a point to stop in the common area, in the courtyard outside. He never did that before. See, I've seen these people before, but I do not know these people. I didn't even know the man lived directly in front of the entranceway of the courtyard. So this man could see every time I came home, every time I left. I had no idea and didn't know who the crap these people were. But they lied for him. I walked past the Cuban girl, me and my daughter and my grandbaby. As she walked past them, she was coming in the building, we were going out, and I was walking them to the bus stop. This is my eviction that I received. This eviction states that it was 50-50, that I could have controlled it, that a tenant attempted to take my phone. I stood back and started throwing balls and wrestled for several minutes. Now, the stalking order, his friends said that, oh yeah, she punched him in the mouth. And then the other twin said, and then she hit him in the head with the key, and then she picked up the garbage can and hit him in the back. Well, that would make it sound like as if he was trying to get away and I was still on him. No, he had a hold of me the whole time, my left hand. I didn't realize what the man was trying to do besides shove my phone down my throat during the initial person attack. He called out Trisha and Randy's name during the attack. I have a copy of the transcript, and they perjured themselves because it doesn't even match up what their attorney said. They could at least read, well, apparently he didn't get an eviction notice like I did. After the stalking order was filed, and I noticed that people that didn't even know me were lying, I made a note and I said, perjury. When you lie before a judge after you take an oath is a minimum of 5 years. I stuck one on every floor at the elevator down, and I used their tape from their notice that they had up there, and I stuck one on the corkboard downstairs. Now this says that I put something on Samuel's personal. I put something on Samuel's and stuck something on Brian's door. Why in the heck would I go to these people I don't even know and put something on their door and they're lying on me? Come on, you guys. I'm educated. I studied criminal law. I'm a paralegal. Well, retired. This right here, when I got a copy of my file, May 31st, 2019, it says that I was harassing Brian. Now, this is some raggedy looking man. I don't even socialize with these people ever. In 6 years, never. This is what I sent them when I found out that TJ and Brian Jackson were both one of the same. One was coming through. Brian was being referred to by Anthony of Renters United, and they were trying to get me involved, and I didn't want to because what I do is something totally different than landlord tenant. This took place only because I live here. I sent them a cease and desist right there to tell them. They used our slogan, each level up is responsible for overseeing the duties of the next level down. They used our slogan at a rally and Coin News. Elise Haas videotaped it or did the reporting. She's the one who let me know. She was shocked when the same words came out of my mouth. And I said, yeah, Anthony's from the union. She said, but yeah, he took those words as his own. I asked him, how did he come up with that? Well, they were taking our slogan, so I cut them off. I was only giving them information. I've never been to any other meeting. This is when I had an issue with the same guy, and I'm walking, and I didn't even know this guy. I had never seen him, really paid him any attention before, telling me what to do and talk to me any kind of way you want to. I reported to the Renters United because I knew that they were trying to form something. That was on March 24th. Now, these are her witnesses. These are people that Home Forward has hired their agents, and then they turn right around and violate. I don't even know this man. This man is some raggedy man. I've seen him. I know who he is by name now. But this is when they were coming and wanting me, oh, yeah, you're the lady who don't answer her door. Then they wanted me to run for position. No, it's not my place to. These people have their own thing going. I got my own thing going, and I don't know these people, and I'm not trying to cross over. That's where that went. But then he's going to tell me, I have great ideas, you know? That's my thing with these people that lied at this final stalking hearing. So with that transcript and the notification from their attorney, I also subpoenaed the footage. They will be charged with perjury. Okay. Janitor Boy said he was leaving 10:31. So I put in a maintenance request to repair my bathroom fan. And then I noticed the janitor boy was still there. So he came in to do some work for the reinspection for Home Forward. He and the maintenance guy named Brandon. So each one of these is proof that Home Forward wanted these things done, and they came through to do them, maintenance request forms. Okay. So I put in a request to repair my bathroom fan because Janitor Boy was going to be gone. All right. And it says, do not use your key. Must be present. If no answer, call. Special instructions. But this is what I did. I wrote it out. And then I gave it to her, to Tricia Harlan, to photocopy. After I got the photocopies, I wrote in ink on each one of the photocopies, mine and hers, the exact same thing. And I wanted her to stamp it again. And she said, it's already stamped. Okay, see that? See that? Okay. Janitor Boy was still on the premises. So I paid $257. 2:30 in the morning, I woke up on the 3rd, and I just wasn't comfortable with them coming in if I'm not home. I took a picture of the lock right before the guy left. And on November 4th, when they came, I see why they came, and they did not acknowledge. See, normally when the maintenance request is filled out, they complete it on the same page. A. Henry turned it, or somebody turned it into an inspection, meaning they can use their key. None of my instructions are on here. None of my instructions are on here at all. So I check on YouTube. I did record when they tried to get in. Okay. Now, this is a copy. I asked a copy of my file. See this? See how small this copy is? Because she did a whiteout of with this page right here. Okay? She did a whiteout. Gave it to me small. This is what my lock looked afterwards. Okay? They didn't just try to use their key. There was metal to metal. They were, and then shoulder to door. They were trying to bust in a door to repair a tenant request for bathroom fan. Then I got an eviction notice for changing the locks. Okay. Then I get a courtesy letter from Home Forward stating that there was loud music in my place. Now, I sat quietly on this day. I sat quiet. Who called him and said I had music blasting? You know? I never denied Home Forward access. Home Forward has been in, Jason has been in to do some work, but this was the request that was done that the closet door had to be fixed again. That Janitor Boy did that one. Brandon did the sliding glass screen door, and Janitor Boy did the hall closet where my safe is at. All right, which is a dummy. Home Forward leaves a card. I missed this appointment by a couple seconds. I made it. I was at the laundry room. When I made it back up, the card was on the door. I was able to call, and he was still in the area, so he came back. And this is the one where Jason came in and did the reinspection. He was due to come in on the 7th. And he came in at about 11:45 a.m. and and that was after I got the notice from him and everything. Okay, they returned my December rent. I've been having a hard time getting them to take my baby off information. They will always leave my baby on only during threats to evict, never for notices or any letters that are good. I finally got them to remove her. Okay, it took 5 attempts to get that information off. And these are made up documents. Okay. I haven't had this phone number for a very, very long time. And maintenance requests are filled out. If anything, and they're typed up, they're done on a inspection forms. They're done totally different. These are the lies. On 3/14, I finally was able to record a document, some stuff left at my door. I recorded this conversation. It is also on YouTube. I never called everybody in the office liars. I had the document stating that we've located the guy who's at your door, and I asked the receptionist, so is this letter a lie? So are you saying this is a lie? Well, we can't see down only to the elevator and down the hallway, so we can't see at your door. So is this letter a lie? Saying that you located the guy, is that letter a lie? That's what that conversation was about, but it is recorded. So this is a lie. This statement here is a lie with a threat to evict. Okay? Complaints that they claimed I had an issue with when I first moved here with the guy downstairs. But he thanks me for playing the Christmas music. See, people can decide what they want to hear and what they don't want to hear. This guy pushed my door back open a year after I moved here. And apparently, the same people heard the same noise. 435, 436, 535, 536. Everybody heard the same noise that this man pushed my door back open on. And it's in my file as if I did something wrong. But these were people that was doing it before. They were better people than the people that we have watching the place now. Okay. Now I have right here, Home Forward. On March 11th, they acknowledged, IP management acknowledged that I was having issues with the maintenance and the cleanliness concerns of the building. Then I get a letter on the 10th from Home Forward telling me that I'm going to lose my voucher. I'm going to lose my voucher. Now, when I spoke to this guy, well, let me explain to you what my job is. I'm a coordinator, and I would help you move if you want to move. But those letters are just like when someone sends us something, it's in a code, and then that code generates an automatic letter with your name on it, and you can't explain why I got the letter. Come on, dude. Okay? Insert a signature. I took this. I wrote out, that's my signature, about a roach I found in the elevator. This is Elaine's handwriting. She took everything out. Took everything off about a roach. Okay? They didn't replace the door sleeve because they said it was a fire issue. So I made my own and put my own underneath the door. I had them come tighten my fire alarms, everything, my heat ducts, to make sure that those roaches in the wall were not going to immediately wander into my apartment. The roach is about 2 inches long, and it stated on that. It stated, I wrote that the roach, that I killed the roach on the 3rd floor elevator. that it was crawling in the doorway, and I wanted them to come out and move my stove, my refrigerator from against the wall so I can scrub behind it and see what's behind there. All that stuff was on this. So they rewrite and they insert signatures on documents as well. A couple of times I was able to get them to do a retraction. I paid my rent in May. They said they didn't receive it, so I had to stop payment, and then I put both May and June on the same money order, $262, and then I get a notice saying that they hadn't received my rent, and they're both on the same money order. I couldn't understand that one, you know? I can't understand that one. But right there it goes.